As the nation marks Jamhuri Day, a day symbolizing freedom, self-determination and the unrelenting pursuit for justice, victims of the Gen Z-led nationwide protests of 2024 and 2025 say it is not yet Jamhuri for them. They are now calling on the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights to expedite the compensation process involving other rights groups after the courts handed the mandate to the commission and quashed the compensation panel formed by the president. NTV's Laban Shaban spoke to the victims and files this report.
Not yet Jamhuri. Not yet.
It is not yet Jamhuri for thousands of victims of protests. Citizens who stepped out to claim their rights and were met with an unforgiving end of state power.
We, the victims and families of victims of the 2024-2025 Gen Z protests, stand here with nothing to celebrate. While other Kenyans gather in festivity, we gather in grief.
It is not yet Jamhuri until you get justice.
They are meeting at Kileleshwa, Nairobi to amplify their voices and push the government to act. This is a reflection of what is experienced across the country. The wounds of the past year's demonstrations are still open. Among them is Wanjiku Dennis, who is moving slowly, each step a negotiation with pain. The crutches are not just support, they are evidence. He lost part of his leg after a police bullet tore through him.
I was freeing, so they shot from behind. So ikakuja ikatoka and then ikashutu mtu mwingine. So my bullet ilishutu watu wawili, but I was the first one.
He is an artist who rebuilds and redesigns car interiors, but since the amputation, his income has shrunk together with the life he once knew, as he now depends on extra hands in his workshop and must share the little that comes in.
Hata tukitafuta justice, yes, tutapata justice, but kwa mguu haiwezi rudi. That is something that is sure, haiwezi rudi. But even for that compensation, inaweza saidia kwa sababu you can set aside some funds which is going to help you.
For Sadia Abdi, grief has become a constant companion. Her son, Abdikadir Sadia, was shot in the back and he did not survive. Her search for justice has turned into a slow walk through dead ends, institutions shadowboxing responsibility.
Justice ingekuwa Rex Masai si aliuliwa. Ule mtu si alikuwa nasema nini? Alikuwa nakataa. Baadaye risasi imepatikana lakini bunduki hakuna. Kwani ilitoka kwa Mungu hiyo risasi? Si ni mtu tu amepiga na ni bunduki ndio amepiga. Na bunduki ilikosekana aje? Ilisemekana hakuna matumaini. Hakuna justice itapatikana.
Aipo ukienda kwa hizo ofisi zao leo, kesho unashinda unapelekwa hivi, unarudishwa hivi, au kuja sign makaratasi hapa, andika siwe hapa, andika barua pale. Hakuna mali yao wametusaidia.
For a moment, there was a tremor of hope when government announced a compensation panel. Then litigation froze the process in place. Then the court struck down the presidential directive and the burden was shifted to the state-sponsored Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, a transfer of responsibility that victims fear could simply mean more waiting.
We therefore call on the KNCHR to immediately partner with human rights organizations, including Vocal Africa and others, to roll out and clear, transparent, and victim-concerned roadmap for truth, justice, compensation, and long overdue national acknowledgement.
Hundreds of households have paid the ultimate price for the country's democracy. A democracy seen as the strongest in the region, yet its citizens are wallowing in pain for speaking out. Laban Shaban, NTV, Nairobi.